Hi friends, welcome back to our third math lesson online. Today our lesson is called Exploring Capacity. That's lesson 4.10 in our everyday mathematics curriculum. Before we can begin, let's make sure we're ready for learning. At this time, you need to turn on your thinking brain, the one that will help you stay on task and get your job done. Repeat after me. Say eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet, body still. Wow, I can see you're ready for learning now. You'll also want to have out your turn and talk partner because we'll have some times to turn and tell our neighbor something during the video. Before we get into our math lesson, we are going to start calendar. Calendar is going to look a little bit different here in the virtual world, but that's okay. We are ready to adapt. We are in a new month. The month is now called December. Can you say December? Great job. Yesterday was December 1st. What number comes after 1? That's right. I heard Rain say 2. I'm going to find the number 2 and drag it over. There we go. Oh, it's a little slow. There it goes. We will continue to fill in our calendar with these green numbers all the way until we get to this green box. This box says winter break. Can you say winter break? Nice. Winter break is when we get to stay home and enjoy our family, and we don't have to do online school or in-person school. Who's excited for winter break? Me too. All right, friends. Today's date is, repeat after me, Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Great job. Repeat after me. Say today is Wednesday. Say yesterday was Tuesday. Say tomorrow is Thursday. I'm glad you remember that from when we did school in real life and in person. Kiss your brain. Now we will move on to the month. Can you repeat after me? Say December. The month we are in is called December. We're going to watch a video to learn more about the months of the year.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you turn around. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you turn around. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you turn around. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you sit back down.
Good job. Did you hear the month that your birthday is in? This month we have lots of birthdays to celebrate. We'll celebrate them at our Google Meets later. The season is still fall. Can you say fall? Even though it's starting to feel very cold out, it's not winter yet. It is fall. Let's watch a video to learn more about the seasons.
I absolutely love teaching.
Always so many commercials. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here comes the spring with the rain pouring down. Here comes the spring with the flowers in the ground. Here comes the spring with the rainbow in the sky. Here comes the spring to bring new life. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here comes the summer with the heat from the sun. Here comes the summer with the kids having fun. Here comes the summer with the warm breeze. Here comes the summer with the trees so green. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here comes the fall with the leaves changing color. Here comes the fall with the climate getting cooler. Here comes the fall with the leaves falling down. Here comes the fall with the wind blowing loud. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here comes the winter with the ice and the snow. Here comes the winter with the freezing cold. Here comes the winter with the days getting shorter. Here comes the winter with the nights getting longer. Here comes the winter with the ice and the snow. Here comes the winter with the freezing cold. Here comes the winter with the days getting shorter. Here comes the winter with the nights getting longer. Here we go. Seasons of the year. 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 Here we go.
So just like the song said, there are 4 different seasons. There's winter, spring, summer, and fall. We're still in fall, although we're at the end of it, and soon winter will come. All right, I want you to look out your window and tell the computer screen the weather where you are. Is it sunny? Is it stormy? Is it cloudy? Or is it snowing? Turn and tell your neighbor, how's the weather where you are? The weather is... Give me 5. I heard lots of friends say today's weather was cloudy. Okay, friends, we have been in school for 75 days. Can you say 75? Wow, that's a lot of days of kindergarten. We'll skip this today, but tomorrow we'll practice adding on. Okay, let's get ready for our lesson. Our lesson today is all about capacity. I want you to look at the screen at these different containers. They can all hold water. Here we have a bucket. What are these called? That's right, they're cups. What is this that is holding water and 3 children? That's right, it's a swimming pool. And up here we have different sized bowls. Let's read our objective. Say, I can compare the capacity of containers. Good. That's our kindergarten measurement standard 1. We have some big idea questions today, like which container holds more? Which one holds less? Why do you think so? And how could you find out which container holds more? We'll answer those questions as we get into our lesson. So today, I will step in and explain to you what is capacity. Can you say capacity? Good job. Capacity is how much of something can hold. Let's look here at our first picture. We have some different water bottles. Capacity means how much water can fit into each of these water bottles. Some of the water bottles are small, so they can hold less water. Some are bigger and taller, so they can hold more water. These are called measuring cups. Can you say measuring cups? Turn and tell your neighbor if you've ever seen those measuring cups somewhere before. If you've never seen the measuring cups, you can say, I don't know. Give me 5. I heard Oscar say he saw those measuring cups when his mom cooks. That's right. You see measuring cups a lot when we cook and bake things to measure how much water or milk or other things need to go in our recipe. Look here at this group of Starbucks cups. Can you tell which cup is the smallest? I see you pointing to the smallest cup. Can you point to the cup that is the largest? That's right. You're pointing to this cup. Each of these cups has a different capacity. Some can carry a small amount of water and some can have much more. Let's learn more about what is capacity with our Brain Pop video.
Which glass do you think holds more milk, Moby? One glass is tall and skinny, but the other is shorter and wider.
I want you to pause and turn and tell your neighbor, which one do you think is going to hold more milk? The short one that's wide or the tall one that's skinny? Give me 5. I heard a lot of different opinions. I heard Christy say she thinks the tall, skinny cup will hold more milk. But I heard Ethan say that this short and fatter cup will hold more. Let's keep watching to find out.
What is capacity? Capacity describes the amount a container can hold. Some containers can hold more or less than others. These glasses look different, but they actually hold the same amount of milk. What are cups? A cup is a unit of measurement. Let's see. This recipe calls for 2 cups of flour. We use the abbreviation C to stand for cups. Our cafeteria serves milk in 1-cup containers. What are pints? A pint is larger than a cup. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. We use the abbreviation PT to stand for pints. Blueberries and ice cream come in pints. Milk can come in pint containers too. What are quarts? A quart is bigger than a pint or a cup. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. Since 1 pint is equal to 2 cups, 1 quart must be equal to 4 cups. We use the abbreviation QT to stand for quarts. You can get a quart of milk or a quart package of strawberries, and some food containers come in quarts too. What are gallons? You can use gallons to measure larger amounts. A gallon is bigger than a quart. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. The quart gets its name because it's a quarter, or 1/4 of a gallon. It's just like the way a quarter is worth 1/4 of a dollar. Since 1 quart is equal to 2 pints, 1 gallon must be equal to 8 pints. Since 1 pint is equal to 2 cups, 1 gallon must be equal to 16 cups. It's a lot easier to work with 1 gallon instead of 16 cups. You can have a gallon of milk, paint, or water. People can buy gas by the gallon too. We use the abbreviation GAL to stand for gallon. Maybe we didn't measure right. Since there are many ways to measure capacity, it's important to look at the units carefully. I wouldn't eat that if I were you.
Alright friends, that video told us a lot of information, but the most important information is that capacity is how much a container can hold. Repeat after me. Say capacity is how much a container can hold. Let's keep going. Okay, we're going to do this together. We're going to put these cups in order from the one that will hold the least to the one that will hold the most. Let's look at our 3 cups. Which one can hold the least? You're right, it's this one. Now let's look at these 2. Which one would come next? Do you think it's going to be this cup or this cup? Which one can hold the least? You're right. I heard you say this cup is next. And then finally, this big Starbucks cup can hold the most. So we ordered our Starbucks cups from that could hold from the least amount to the most. Okay, now it's going to be your turn. Remember, you always do the slides that have the yellow star. You're going to circle the item that can hold the most. Say most. Great job. You'll move this pink circle over to the container that can hold the most. So So look carefully at your choices. Which one can hold the most? Then you will circle the container that can hold the least. Say least. Look at your choices. Which one will hold the least amount? You'll move the pink circle over the one that can hold the least amount. Let's review our objective. Our job was to compare the capacity of containers. Were you able to tell which container holds more and which one holds less? Why do you think so? Do you think you could try at home with 2 different containers? I bet you could find a small cup and a big cup and do a little experiment. Which one could hold the most amount of water and the least? Remember, friends, you will do these 2 slides with the yellow stars and submit it to Miss Murphy. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask. Bye, friends.